arithmetic sequences, all right? So this is going to start with our first blank is going to be arithmetic sequences.
Nice.
Okay, so write it. If you don't know how to spell it, it's at the top. Arithmetic sequences is a sequence of numbers where the difference between the consecutive numbers is constant. The constant difference is called the, what do you think? Constant rate of change. You got it. Constant rate of change. Okay. Now, all right. It says write an expression. Write an expression. So we're going to come up with some type of equation. That should say write an equation because we're going to come up with an equation. So change that to equation. Write an equation that could be used to find the nth term in the sequence below. Then find the 34th term in the sequence.
Is this
Okay.
geometry? Because I saw geometry people yesterday.
Kind of. Okay.
Doing it.
So listen. All right. You've got a sequence of numbers here. -4, 3, 10, 17, 24, blah, 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 blah. Goes on forever, that sequence of numbers, okay? I want to know the 34th term. So a term, like this is term 1, term 2, okay? Term 3, 4, 5. It wants term 34, okay? Well, I don't want to have to count. Okay, this is going up how many, okay?
7.
I don't want to do that because it's going to take too long to get to the 34th number, okay? So I've got a faster way. Now, 34 is a low number that it could ask. It could ask the 157th term, okay? So we got to find a faster way to figure out that term number other than just going up by 7 every time. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do to find the 34th term, that's my goal here. But in order to do that, I got to come up with an equation. So I want everybody to turn this right here into a table.
Couldn't you just do 34 times 7?
No, because it doesn't start at 0. Okay? Okay, so turn it into a table. This is the 3rd term, the 4th term, the 5th term. Okay? So the numbers that I've written, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, represent the term number, right? Everybody with me? That's the first number, the second number, the third number, the fourth number, the fifth number. Okay? So that's our x's. The term numbers are our x's. So where it says the 34th term, that's a what number? X, because it's a term number. Okay? My y's are going to be the actual sequence. Okay. Well, if I want to come up with an equation from a table, I'm going to come up with my equation, and then I'm going to plug in that 34 into the x spot. Okay? Well, how do I come up with an equation from a table? It should be automatic. You should know it.
Oh, listen spreadsheet.
Thank you. Good. List and spreadsheets. So everybody check your calculator out. Go to a new document. Number 4, list and spreadsheets. X and Y. 1, 2. How many do I have to have? 2. And then -4, 3. I'm just going to do 2. Make sure your blue box is on a blank square. Menu 4, 1, 3. X list X, Y list Y. Enter, enter. Okay, so I'm going to write my equation, which is Y equals 7x minus 11. Okay, but that's not what it wants. It wants to know the 34th term. Well, remember, my term numbers represent x, and it wants the 34th term. So that's representing an x, so I'm going to take 34 and put it in the x spot. Okay, plug that in your calculator. Tell me what you get.
No, stop.
Shh, be nice. Leave all of this stuff. Okay, so y equals what? 227. Okay, easy? Okay. So how do I know when to do this? Well, when it's talking about terms. So nth term. You see the nth term, you know you got to turn it into a table. Okay? Write an expression. This should be an equation because we're going to come up with an equation. So write an equation that could be used to find the nth term. Right there, I know I got to turn this list of numbers into a table. Okay? Then find the 39th term in the sequence. Okay, so let's turn this into a table. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go plug it in lists and spreadsheets. So go plug it in. Go to a new document. X and Y. My first two numbers for the X are 1 and 2. My Y's are negative 35 and negative 135. Menu 413. X list X, Y list Y. Okay. So, my equation, y equals negative 100x plus 65. Y'all with me?
Yep.
Okay. So now that I've got my equation, what do? Plug in 39. And it says 39 term. So that's my x numbers. So negative 100 times 39 plus 65 gives me what? 3835? With a negative? That's the term it would be. Questions?
Okay, so what happens if there's not an nine term in whatever?